This is a podcast about crocheting, knitting, spinning, sometimes other crafty things. My name is Carmen. I am on Instagram as Crafty Queens, on Ravelry as Caramelletje, and I also have my own blog, craftyqueens.nl. I live in the Netherlands and we have just moved to our new house. This is my new craft room, which I'm super excited about. This is my first time podcasting here and I'm trying to kind of find a good angle, but at the moment this is the only corner without any clutter. Well, that's a lie, but this is the only window without any clutter. I think that's, so I will try and see what's the best view in this room for the next couple of weeks, but this is by far my favorite wall. We have hung the wallpaper ourselves and I totally love it. It's a wallpaper by Pip Studio, which I think is a Dutch company, but I'm not sure. And I just love that it has this Alice in Wonderland theme with the birds and teacups, and it just makes me happy. And I will be showing you some of the things in my room. But first I want to talk about what I have been up to the past 2 weeks, since it has been 2 weeks since I podcasted last. Although I did not do much crafting because we were just unpacking boxes every day, and well, I didn't have any free days, so just one. And for the other days I still had to go to work, so I wasn't able to do much. And then when the time just flew by and there wasn't any time for crafting. But I do have two finished objects to show you that just happened. One I finished yesterday and the other one was actually already finished before we moved. And then I just had to sew it on. I will show you in just a bit. First up is a pair of socks, and if I'm counting correctly, these are my 6th pair of the year, which is already a record for me. Well, actually I think last year I only did 2 pairs, so this is a big record. They are my coral reef socks. They look so tiny, but they fit. So they are Mercury socks. So the pattern is Mercury socks by Kim Drotar, but in the pattern it says Kim Mackenzie, so I'm not sure which one is her her name right now. I think it's Kim Drutar. Anyway, these are my Mercury socks, and I'm gonna show you up close. They are knit with a yarn by Ushitita Fiber Arts, and I think it was called Golden Peach. She's an indie dyer from Germany, and her yarn is really hard to get hold of since she does she does a lot of yarn dyeing for shops. I think they sell her yarn at UU Knit in America. But it is just beautiful. You see it has lots of different colors. Also some blue, once in a while some bright red, but mostly pinks, beige, and some white. Really like it. And I haven't blocked these yet actually, but the lace pattern, you can see it here. It's a really lovely lace pattern, and it's really quick to memorize. And also it's relatively easy if you've put down your work and you haven't noted down when what row you did last. It's pretty easy to see what row you did last, so it's easy to read. That was what I'm trying to say. It's easy. This lace is easy to read, since, you know, for me, I started reading lace by learning what yarn overs look like, and after that I would learn how different decreases look like. But yarn over is by far the easiest because it's not vertical on your needle, but slanted, very slanted. So you can pull it apart a little bit and then you see it's slanted. And then one particular row only has one yarn over in the repeat, another row has 2 yarn overs in the repeat, and the other rows in the lace pattern are all the same. So so it's easy to pick up without noting down which row you ended on, or round I should say. Yeah. And I'm pretty pleased how the color works with the lace, but also how it looks on the stockinette part. I really like this. And then the first one I had finished a couple of weeks ago, and then the second one I just did a few rounds here and there. And then yesterday morning I was suddenly decreasing for the toe and kitchenering the toe closed, and then it was finished. I still have to block them, as I said, but yeah. The only thing that I'm not particularly pleased about is the cast on method, since it is not stretchy enough for me, and that's why I had to make them relatively short. I would usually make them longer. Usually when I fold them double, the leg will be longer than the foot, but now it is shorter. But otherwise it would not fit around my calf. So, and also this will not be, well, this is not a very wintry socks. I'm not sure if I would wear it in summer, but yeah, I thought, okay, so it's kind of airy and kind of chic, or I don't know. I'm not sure yet how to wear lace socks, but I thought they might look better with a shorter cuff, or with a shorter leg, I mean. Yeah, so overall I'm pretty pleased, but curious to see how they wear and how they look after blocking. So yeah, that's my first finished object. For my second finished object, I have to show you around. I have to pick up the camera. Yeah, and now you will probably see lots of clutter. I'm stepping over some. So, hello, I'm here. Yeah. So the other thing I finished is the lampshade cover. I was making this with granny stripes, and I'm looking at it. It's so beautiful. It feels so weird to say that myself, but yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I love the colors. It's totally out of my comfort zone, but maybe that's why I like it. Yeah. Yay! There it is! There's my lampshade. Ooh. It matches so well with the wall. Struggling to show you this. Yeah, I'm so pleased with how it looks, and especially with the wall behind it. And also the blanket and the pillow, they all really, well, they're not the same, but they really match. And I really like it. So let me tell you something more about the lampshade. It's done in several different kinds of cotton. It's all fingering weight or light fingering, and it's Scapious Katona and Scapious Cotton 8. So here I have a big box of cotton. This is my cotton with cool colors. Sorry for the noise. I also have my cotton with warm colors right there. And here you can see, this is a Scapious Katona. And as you may see, this is mercerized cotton, so it has a light sheen. And yeah, and I'm not sure what to say. I hooked this with 3mm hook, I think, or 3.5. Probably 3. And then here we have Scapious Cotton 8. It's a little bit thinner than Katona, and it is not mercerized, so it does not have a sheen. It just, you know, it's matte, and I really love that. It looks very natural, and yeah, and it's just much softer. Yeah, this is by far my favorite cotton to work with. So I used those two types of yarn, both by Scapious, in different colors. And this is the result. I'm really happy with the colors I've chosen, and yeah, there are some parts which I do not particularly like. For example, here, yeah, I just don't think these match very well, but the rest I'm really happy with. Yeah. And then, so if you can see the very first round, that was a round of single crochets, and it was kind of stretched out, so I just used the end and I threaded it through all of the stitches, and then I kind of cinched it in. So yeah, it looks very neat. Really happy with it. And to end, I just crocheted a round of single crochets, and I've sewn this to the lampshade, to the frame, I mean. Yeah. And that's it. You see that I've increased here and there, but usually it's just 3 double crochets. But yeah, there are some increases here and there. It's just kind of trial and error. So you crochet a row and then you try it on the lampshade frame to see if it fits. If it doesn't fit, you just increase a little bit more. So yeah. So those are my two finished knitting and crochet objects. I have also done some spinning the last couple of weeks. You might know that it's the Tour de Fleece. It starts and ends together with the Tour de France. It is ending today. Well, today when I'm filming this, you will probably see this a few days later because I'm not that fast with editing. Yeah, and I have spun some yarn. So here are some singles, and I think I will ply this with white gray yarn that I have yet to spin. I really like these colors. They're some areas are very muted and then some areas are very bright. I will show you the roving, well, not roving, I will show you the bats as well. This is what's left of the bat. You can see there are some bright spots. Well, on the other side it looks more muted. And here it's more bright. Oh god. I'm getting glitter and fiber all over me. So this is what the yarn looks like. And I was wondering if I just could spin singles. Well, you always first spin singles, but I wanted it to stay a single because usually when spinning it is not advised to, well, it is advised to ply your yarn either 2-ply or 3-ply or maybe even a 4-ply, but I'm not sure if that is ever done in hand spinning. So usually I do a 2-ply. I do have some yarn here. Yeah, this is my spinning bag. It says Kalu 2016. Kalu is the baby alpaca I used to spin fiber from. He was born in 2016, and then I spun with his fiber in December 2016, so it was really baby alpaca. And it was carded 3 times, so it was buttery soft. So this is my first hand spun ball of yarn. This is alpaca. It's plied with merino. And here is, I think this is all merino. Yeah. Actually this is my first hand spun because we were practicing with merino, and as you can see it's much bulkier. It's much bulkier, thick and thin. Yeah, especially here, oh my god. Yeah, but it's fun. It was so much fun. We also spun with silk, which is super painful. That was pure silk, so any silk content will be fine, I guess. Yeah, but this, oh, just so soft. I can't wait to knit something with this. Um, I'm gonna knit a Boneyard Shawl with it by Stephen West. But yeah, that will be a project for this winter. So as you see, the yarn here is plied. It is 2 strands of yarn together. And with this, I actually wanted to let it stay a single ply. But I've done some Googling as to how to do that. And you have to have less twist in your yarn, which means that you have to treadle slower. And with this one, it's got a lot of twists. So I think I might just ply this one with another color and then use the rest of the bat to try and spin singles. Yeah, True to Fleece is all about learning how to do new things in spinning, getting out of your comfort zone, and I think I am doing that with this bat. Yeah, really excited. I also have got some fiber that I got from my fiber share package that I would like to spin soon, and I think I will use this one as the second single, which I would apply with the one I just showed you. I think it will look quite nice since this color is also, well, you can't see it very well, but it kind of matches, so I think that would be nice. I think this is some kind of alpaca, but I'm not sure. I don't really remember all the details were in the package, but I think it was alpaca. And then this one as well. And then there is some gorgeous fiber. This is baby camel and merino. And I believe that this was picked up at Pearl Soho in New York by my fiber share friend. Yeah, so I hope to. This is after I'm finished with the bats. I will dig into this one. I think it will be beautiful. I just love how soft it feels. I think this might also be some camel fiber. I'm not really sure, but yeah, just just a little bit. It might also be alpaca, actually. Getting it all in my nose. I have a big bag of camel fiber actually, and it isn't as straight as this one is, but maybe this one is combed, so yeah, it's all possible. Let's see, what else have I done? Right, so in the last couple of weeks I was telling you about how I wanted to cast on the Aura Shawl by Caitlin Hunter, and I have started swatching. Yeah, so I have barely started swatching, but already I feel like the needle size is too big. It just looks very holy and yeah, not very nice. Yeah, just very stretched out. So yeah, after I finally found the correct size of needles, it turns out to be not the correct size for my yarn. So I think I'm gonna have to go down to a 3.5 millimeter needle. Yeah, because this is a 4 millimeter. That is a US 6. So I imagine I would have to go down to US 5. Would that be 3.5 or is it 3.75? Anyway, I need a smaller smaller size needle for this. And I'm not quite sure where I packed the rest of my needles, so that will have to wait again. Oh my gosh. It's the never happening cast on, so it seems, because this was already supposed to be cast on a few weeks ago. Other than knitting, crocheting and spinning, I've also been doing some work on my latest pattern, which is for my Breeze Blocks shawl, which is this. It's huge, and every day I'm discovering new ways to wear it, and these will all be pictured in the pattern. I've had some delays for the pattern, of course because we're moving, but also because the first round of photography wasn't that great. All the shots were out of focus. So that was very frustrating, and this morning I shot some more pictures, so I hope that those are nice. Since I really do need to get this pattern out because it's taking me too long. I've been teasing you for so long with my shawl, and so many people have been asking me, oh my god, when is the pattern going to be available? And yeah, so now I have finished the concept version in English, and I've sent it out to my testers, and I will translate it into Dutch, and I will also send it to my French translators who have translated it into French. So that's all underway, and it will be published soon. And as I explained last time, Breeze Blocks is it's a song by Alt J, which is one of my favorite bands. And yeah, Breeze Blocks just when I was crocheting this pattern, the name Breeze Blocks just clicked because they're all kind of squares. Yeah, this pattern is formed by hundreds of squares, which of course can also be called blocks, and because it's very airy, and I just thought Breeze Blocks would be very appropriate. Yeah. And I am making a second version already, but that version will be more appropriate for winter. I am making it narrower, so that it will also be longer, and then I can wrap it one more time, because this one, if you wrap it, you can only wrap it up on your shoulders and pin it, but those will the ways to wear it will all be shown on the Ravelry page when it is available, but you cannot wrap it like you would do with a shawl in winter. So I'm making another version also with Scapy Swirl, but I'm making it narrower so you can wrap it more cozily, and I am also using a strand of mohair yarn. So here is what I have so far. It is very bunched up because this pattern really needs some good blocking in order to show off that lace. But you can see the blocks are there. And then here the color is already changing to some darker purple. So the whirl I'm using, Scapy Swirl, is this one. It's called Black Forest Zinger. And it has a whole lot of colors. And now from the outside it is slowly changing from the very light gray to very light purple to some dark purple, and then afterwards it will be kind of grayish purple again, and then very neon greenish yellow to olive yellow, and then to fuchsia pink. So yeah, I wanted to go with a colorway that was vastly different from the one I had done previously, since this is basically a gradient of one and the same color. It's from white to blue, and or gradient from two colors, obviously, and the colors in between are just, you know, they're just steps towards the other color, while this these are a whole bunch of colors mixed in together. And I'm crocheting it together with some Scapious Rhythm mohair, or Scapious Mohair Rhythm rather. I have the tag right here. So Scapious Mohair Rhythm. It's they are they're available for purchase in 20-gram balls. No, I'm saying that wrong. 25 grams. Yeah. With 200 meters, and it's 70% mohair and 30% micro. Sorry, I'm having a lot of issues with my throat today. So yeah, it's mohair, and I'm using it together with Scapious Whirl. Let me also tell you some more about Scapious Whirl. This is the label, and this is 1,000 meters, so 1 kilometer, and it is approximately 220 grams. It doesn't say, it says 215 to 225 grams. So it may be different, and it's a blend of 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. And the colorway names are, they sound so delicious. So this one is Black Forest Zinger, but you also have Banana Cream High, Salted Caramel Matcha, Melting Macaroon, Sherbet Rainbow, Lemon Cassis Cream, Red Velvet Sunrise. Yep, sign me up for those. The blue one was called Blueberry Bam Bam, which always made me think of the little boy in Flintstones. I think his name was Bam Bam as well. Oh right, and here I have one of the color changes in plain sight. That was what I was not able to show last time. So the colors are twined, and each time a new color is joined in, that means one of the strands is swapped out for a new color, or usually one of the lighter strands or darker is swapped out for one of the darker strands. And here you can see a transition. And I don't know if you can see this properly, but there's a bit of fuzz going on right here. And it goes from lighter to darker. You can't really tell, but there's one more strand of the dark purple after the knot. And as I've been saying before, I've never been this excited to come across a fluffy piece in my yarn, because it's just so exciting to get a new color change. And yeah, it's just really exciting. And with this pattern, since the stitches are really long, I'm using double trebles, so that's yarn over 3 times. So usually you will be able to wrap the fuzzy part in one of those stitches, and it's just completely invisible. And especially with the one combined with mohair, it will not be visible at all because it is already fuzzy. You can see there is a very big halo on this yarn. And I like the way that the mohair is muting some of the colors and also some of the color changes, and because I was worried that this might be too harsh, but combined with the mohair, I think it will be very soft transitions, but they are already very gradual transitions, so as you can see here, you can't really notice, you don't really see stripes of a particular color, and with the mohair combined, it's just even less so. So I'm really pleased with that, and I started this yesterday in the afternoon, and I worked on it yesterday evening. So it works up pretty quickly, and yeah, I have to say this is a very enjoyable pattern. It's weird to say that about a pattern of my own, but I feel very proud of this because, yeah, it's just a very enjoyable crochet project, and I want to make lots more. Yeah. I'm curious to see how it works up with other yarns too. I don't think it's very suitable to work with bigger yarns, but then I might go for a stitch that's a bit shorter, because with big yarn the gaps would just be too big. Here it's kind of manageable. You see the gaps, but it's all right. It's not too big, especially not for a shawl. If it would be a blanket, then it might be too big. But with say for a worsted or Aran weight yarn, this stitch pattern would be not very appropriate. So I'm thinking of making a worsted weight or Aran weight version, but then with shorter stitches. But then I would have to redo the whole thing. But yeah, we'll see what I can come up with. So those were my finished objects, works in progress, other things that I have done for the past 2 weeks. I do have some whips I might be able to show you, and maybe I'll just show you around the craft room. That will be fun, I guess. So here I'm standing in front of my book closet, or yeah, I think it's called book closet. And here on top I have my indie dyed yarns, and here I have all of my crochet and knitting books. And oh, keep it steady, Carmen. Steady, yeah. And so you see, I have a lot of books. Yeah, but I like knitting books. And then here, yeah, I have a place for my mini skeins, but there is not room for all of them, so I also have a few here. And then here are some of my commercial sock yarns, some Regia, some Filder. I'm eager to get started with this one, as I think the colors are beautiful. Very, yeah, very muted, just gorgeous. And then here I have some stuff that is not cleaned up yet. Keeping it real. And at the other side of my room, we have this big IKEA closet. What is the word for this? I think it's a closet. Anyway, an IKEA thing, and with baskets inside, and also some boxes. And here This is the area for my birds, big birds, and they're sitting on top of the bird in a box DIY kits. And in here I have some supplies for that. And then there's basically yarn. Yeah. But what's more interesting right now, on the top of the closet, I have some whips. Alright, so right now I am kneeling down for you guys just to show what I'm willing to do for you. Just joking. So here I have some whips. These are actually, I think I showed that last time. These are the squares I pulled off my wardrobe closet, and I'm gonna use these to make some pillow covers. I'm gonna crochet 4 together. So 4 of 4, and then I can make 2 front covers, and then I will crochet the back as well, because just one pillow that's the same, I don't think it will go with anything, so I will make 2. Yeah, that's probably for the best. Then over here I have some blanket squares, and this is also with some hand spun yarn, and I have some more of the yarn left. I really like this, oh, beautiful. This was dyed by Sandra's Craftfulness. She also has a podcast, and she has a yarn shop on Etsy. She no longer dyes roving, but she dyes amazing yarns. Yeah, so really happy with that. Actually gonna use these to as pads for under my knees, since kneeling down is getting a bit harder on my knees. Oh, much better. All the uses for whips, people. Yeah. Here is my Last Dance on the Beach blanket in progress. I have made lots of squares. I love this square. So Last Dance on the Beach, this was a crochet along by Scheepjes in 2015. And I also designed one of the squares, that's this one. It's corner to corner crochet. And the idea was to remember our friend Marinke, who was also a Scheepjes blogger, who passed away. And before she passed away, she started designing a blanket like this with a kind of beachy theme and lots of textures and lots of techniques. So she was unable to even start. She had made a mood board and some swatches, and yeah, each of the bloggers did one square. And it was all sea themed, so this one was by Esther from Happy and Red, and it was kelp. And this one is by Tammy from Canada, and it's very wavy pattern. I love this in this mustardy shade. Beautiful. It always makes me think of honeycomb. Yeah, so I have those. And then I have Dedri's pattern. Dedri from Look at What I Made. Also beautiful. I have lots of squares already, and there's not many more I need to make. This one is one of the most difficult ones, actually. And it looks knitted. And I thought it was really interesting because it looks like brioche, doesn't it? But it's crochet. It's done with half double crochets, and this one was designed by the only real knitter in our group, and I think it's so fun that hers look like knit. like a knitted piece of fabric. Should have this more organized. Yeah, and here there's Addie's wave block, or Ati I should say. She hates it when I pronounce her name in English. So Ati, she's from Ati's Love of Crochet, or Ati's Love for Crochet on Instagram. But this one turned out a bit too large, so I'm thinking I should go down a hook size. Yeah, and then I have this one, this pattern. It's a waffle stitch pattern, and this one is by Yelena from Yelena Creations. Yeah, I love those. And that was it, I think. Oh no, there's more. Here is the star, yeah, I think it's star stitch. And here you can really see how my gauge has changed, because this is one of the squares. And then this is one of the squares I did later, which is I have gone up 2 hook sizes, and I got the same size. So yeah, so here I was crocheting very tightly. It was one of my very first. Now I believe that's about it for this one. So I have a huge pile of squares already. Yeah, I just need some more of the knit imitation fabric, and some of the waves and breeze blocks, also blocks, waffles. Yeah. So I'll only need a couple more. Yeah, I could have this finished by winter, actually. I could. And here are some sunburst squares for a granny cardigan I was working on. The pattern is by Lana Red Studio. This is the granny square for the back. And then these are for the sleeves and for, you know, here, front part, that's it. Yeah. So I have quite a lot of squares to do on that one. But yeah, so that's also laying around here. I have, oh, this whip has barely even started. Look at this. What's this? Well, let me tell you, it's a coaster. This is one of my own patterns. It's called the Diamond Coaster. It's for free on my blog, craftyqueens.nl. And it's a really fun pattern with slip stitches, or not sure how to call it, but yeah, slip stitches, yeah. And I have made 4 so far, but yeah, I want to continue until I finish this wall. It's I'm making it with a linen blend yarn. This one is Linen Soft by Scapious. It's a linen cotton blend, I think, and it's really nice. Just my hat whip, which I will probably frog. I haven't worked on this much. Yeah. It's a hat with, not sure how to explain this. It has a cute stitch pattern, very cool, but I think it's too small, and yeah, I'm not liking the colors that much together, so yeah, not sure what I will do with them. These are onion yarns, yeah. So there's this brand called Onion, and these are some of the yarns. It's merino and silk. so it does feel really soft. Whip is very old. It's one of my oldest whips, and it is supposed to be a top. So I had to stop recording the showing of the whip since my camera overheated, and that was already the second time during this vlog session, so or podcast, which is probably a sign that I'm rambling on for too long and that I should probably stop. So yeah, I will show you more whips next time. Not sure if that's the next week, but yeah. I think I can squeeze in a podcast next week. So yeah, that would be nice. I have to get back into the rhythm of it. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. I had lots to show you. I will just save what I didn't show you for next time. Next time I hope to have my craft room a bit more organized, but we'll see. We'll see. I still have to do the other rooms as well. It's not just a craft room, we bought a whole house. So that's a whole lot more cleaning and yeah, organizing than just one room. Yeah, so I will do some more spinning, some more cleaning today, and I will see you all next week. Have a very, very crafty week. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye bye!